Kim Yo Jong, sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong Un, arrives at the Incheon International Airport in Incheon, South Korea, Friday, February 9, 2018. Kim on Friday became the first member of her family to visit South Korea since the 1950–53 Korean War as part of a high-level delegation attending the opening ceremony of the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. Kyodo News via app. Associated Press. Pyeongchang, South Korea. North Korean leader Kim Jong Un's younger sister arrived in South Korea on Friday to begin an unprecedented three-day visit in which she will attend the opening ceremony of the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics and then sit down with South Korean President Moon Jae-in for a luncheon at the Presidential Blue House in Seoul. Kim Yo Jong, who is probably Kim's closest confidant and is a senior cadre in North Korea's ruling party, is the first member of the Kim dynasty to visit South Korea, though her grandfather, Kim Il-sung, traveled to areas occupied by his troops south of what is now the demilitarized zone during the 1950–53 Korean War. The trip has the potential to become something of a coming-out party, certainly for Kim Yo Jong, but also for her deeply isolated country. Kim Jong Un hasn't set foot outside North Korea or met a single head of state since he assumed power upon the death of their father, Kim Jong-il, in late 2011. His single-minded pursuit of a nuclear arsenal to counter what he sees as the threat of invasion by the United States has ratcheted up tensions not only with his rivals but also with primary trading partner China and with Russia, once a key benefactor. Kim Yo Jong's arrival was broadcast live on South Korean television. Looking confident and relaxed, she had a brief meeting with South Korean officials, including Unification Minister Cho Myung-jian, before being whisked away in a black limousine and catching the high-speed train to Pyeongchang. At the age of 30, Kim Yo Jong is probably the most powerful woman in North Korea. She has been rapidly rising within the North's power structure and is believed to be in charge of shaping her brother's public persona. But she has generally remained safely cloaked in her brother's shadow. This is her first high-profile international appearance at center stage, though she is technically just a member of a delegation headed by the North's senior statesman, 90-year-old Kim Yong-nam. Just before the opening ceremony, Kim Yong-nam, the highest-ranking North Korean official to travel to the South, attended a dinner for visiting foreign dignitaries hosted by Moon. U.S. Vice President Mike Pence was at the dinner and was also scheduled to attend the opening ceremony. Pence did not meet with the North Korean delegates, spokeswoman Alyssa Farah said. For security reasons, few details of Kim's three-day itinerary have been made public. After arriving on Kim Jong-un's personal jet at the South's ultra-modern Incheon International Airport, the North's flagship airline is subject to sanctions. She traveled to Pyeongchang to attend the Games opening ceremony, where the North and South Korean athletes will march together behind a blue and white unification flag. That promised to be an emotionally charged moment. The two Koreas, which remain technically at war, have cycled through countless periods of chill and thaw since their division 70 years ago. North Korea boycotted the 1988 Summer Olympics in Seoul and blew up a South Korean commercial airliner the year before. The past year has been particularly acrimonious as the North has accelerated its nuclear weapons development and test launches of missiles that are now believed to be able to reach most or all of the United States, South Korea's most important ally. The delegation's most substantive event may come outside of the Olympic ambit on Saturday. Along with the rest of the North's senior delegation, Kim is to have lunch with Moon in Seoul. The meeting could turn out to be just a lunch, a photo op or a nicety. But it is unprecedented, and its announcement on Thursday was so sudden, that are already swirling it could open the door to much more, perhaps even an offer for Moon to travel to Pyongyang, North Korea's capital. The North and South held summits in Pyongyang in 2000 and 2007, both hosted by Kim Jong-il. Caution is in order here, considering the depth and complexity of the very real problems that keep the Koreas apart. It's highly unlikely a luncheon would lead to an immediate breakthrough on something like the North's nuclear weapons development. Pence, who is using his visit to South Korea to underscore the Trump administration's policy of maximum pressure on the North, has publicly and repeatedly warned Seoul not to let down its guard to a North Korean charm offensive. Even so, just holding such a meeting seemed unimaginable only a few months ago. During the rest of her stay, Kim will have ample opportunity to play up the feel-good side of her country's participation in the Games. The first hockey match featuring the joint North-South women's ice hockey will also be held on Saturday. They play Switzerland, and that would be an event she might want to see. The North has also sent a several hundred women-strong cheering squad, an orchestra with singers and dancers, and a demonstration taekwondo team that will perform in Seoul and at places near the Olympic venues. If her schedule permits, Kim might be able to take in a performance by her compatriots in Seoul before she departs on Sunday. Security for anything involving the North Koreans has been exceptionally tight. A small but persistent group of right-wing protesters has shown up at several venues to burn North Korean flags and tear up portraits of Kim's brother. The group is fringe, but their demonstrations have generated irate reactions in North Korea's state-run media and could potentially spin out into a major incident if they ever manage to get closer to the North Koreans themselves, or especially Kim and her entourage. So far, police have kept the two at a safe distance. Associated Press writer Kim Tong-hyung in Seoul, South Korea, contributed to this report. Copyright 2018 The Associated Press. All rights reserved. This material may not be published, broadcast, rewritten or redistributed.